showing that they have just a tad more journalistic integrity than CNN, PMSNBC host Larry O'Donnell issues an apology. But is he really sorry? On Tuesday evening, Lawrence O'Donnell, host of The Last Word, couldn't wait to tell Rachel Madcow that he, not Robert Mueller, but he had the goods on Donald Trump, linking him once and for all to Russian collusion, Russian oligarchs, and money. And even Rachel Maddow was like, wow, how did you do it? But then, as the old song goes, what a difference a day makes.
And this single source close to Deutsche Bank has told me that Donald Trump's loan documents there show that he has co-signers. That's how he was able to obtain those loans, and that the co-signers are Russian oligarchs.
What? Really?
That would explain, it seems to me, every kind word Donald Trump has ever said about Russia and Vladimir Putin, if true. And I stress the if true part of this.
Yeah, that is a scenario that I have never contemplated, let alone like gamed out in detail. But, you know, there clearly is some presidential anxiety around his tax returns for sure.
I repeated statements. A single source told me about the president's finances and loan documents with Deutsche Bank, saying, if true, as I discussed the information, was simply not good enough. I did not go through the rigorous verification and standards process here at MSNBC before repeating what I heard from my source. Had it gone through that process, I would not have been permitted to report it. I should not have said it on air or posted it on Twitter. I was wrong to do so. This afternoon, attorneys for the president sent us a letter asserting the story is false. They also demanded a retraction. Tonight, we are retracting the story. We don't know whether the information is inaccurate, but the fact is we do know it wasn't ready for broadcast, and for that, I apologize.
Don't you just love how they use that little get out of jail free card that, well, I said if it was true. No, you and Rachel went on for several moments just salivating, foreplaying a near orgasmic climax that Donald Trump had engaged in nay, with the Deutsche Bank and had a Russian oligarch 2 or 3 that had co-signed for him, and this was his link to Russia, and they were very cozy with Putin, and this is why Donald Trump doesn't want anybody to look at his tax returns, but yet blame it on the source. Well, who's the source, Larry? The guy looking at you in the morning in the mirror when you're shaving? Who's the source, Larry? Name the source. If the source is this bad and this discredited, name them. Name the source. Oh, that's right. Because either you don't have one, or you got the guy who shares a desk across from you, you got him to say, hey, tell me that oligarchs co-signed for Trump. Oligarchs co-signed for Trump. Great, thanks. I'm going on the air, and I'll be able to say that a source told me that. I mean, they wonder why they're called fake news. They wonder why they're distrusted. They wonder why people hate them. They wonder why their ratings are in the toilet. And at one time, Ms. Madcow, who was supreme, she was numero uno, number one after the demise of Bill O'Reilly having to leave the air. She became the queen of cable news. But every night, it was conspiracy theory, Russian conspiracy theory, every night, baiting her listeners and her viewers in that she had the goods on Trump, and it was only a matter of time before they would have the big reveal. And then out came the Mueller report, and that was it. Madcow is done. Lawrence O'Donnell has never been anything except a guy. Did you notice between the 2 video clips, one from Tuesday night, one from Wednesday night? He's wearing the same suit and tie. What is he, one of the Blues Brothers? You know, you never wear anything a little bit different, a little splash of color. What's the deal with wearing the same outfit every night? What are you, Men in Black, or in your case, Navy Blue? You know, pale and navy blue. That's Lawrence O'Donnell. A little short on the facts in the rigorous fact-finding that MSNBC does. Really, where was all this rigorous fact-finding during all of your non-stop 24/7 2 years of Russian conspiracy theories? And by the way, Chris feeling up his legs, screaming at everybody, Matthews over there at PMSNBC is still holding out that there's obviously something to the Russian collusion that Bob Mueller just didn't tell us. He just didn't tell us. Doesn't sound like you have very rigorous fact-finding over there at PMSNBC. You issued your little mea culpa, your little sorry, because the Trump legal team jumped straight down your throat. You're sorry you got caught. You're not the least bit sorry that you threw that out there. And I'm sure there's a part of you are seething, wanting to know, why do I have to do this? Rachel hasn't had to apologize for any things that she said. Chris hasn't had to apologize for any things that he said. And look at those clowns over there at CNN. Don Lemonhead, Brian Stelter, Chris Cuomo, and the rest of that ilk. They never have to apologize. Why do I? Because nobody likes you, Chris, including your bosses at PMSNBC. And, you know, when you have to go on the air and issue a retraction and an apology, I would keep looking over your shoulder, wondering and waiting when the day is they're going to walk into your office and tell you you're done. Does the name Dan Rather sound familiar? That's it for this rant. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hey, make sure you have smacked the bell so that you get notifications of all of my rants. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for spreading the word. Give us a thumbs up and a like.